Hi. I followed some TikTok people's advice, and I'm at work, and I decided to just do my first sets of videoing through my iPad and my phone, and just see how that goes. If I could like do things for myself and see where I change in my life. Right now, I'm currently reading the Bible, and I'm reading Luke to understand um, the story of how Jesus was born, and then everything leading up to why we celebrate Christmas is not just for presents, it's not for Santa Claus. Understand the true meaning of everything. So that was a good challenge for myself to be one, because I also wanted to start my journey, like getting closer to God and Jesus Christ, the person who saved me and everyone in this world. So I wanted to, really get a hold of that relationship. I think for me, in order to change inside, I have to really commit to what's going on in here and how I'm living my life. And for me, lately, it has been trying to connect more with God. Of course, I have so many things in my life that I need to change, but I'm growing more aware of that than I ever have in the last few years, honestly. And this is kind of the first video of proof that I can try to show this journey, and then maybe, anyone could take a look at this or not. It's more for me than anyone else, but if this helps people, that's great. But this is more for me to be like, look how much you've grown, look how much you're glowing, look how much you're changed, and all this stuff, like looking back in months. But it's not just like, okay, I went to the gym, look at my healthy eating. No, like it's like, yes, healthy eating, yes, gym, better sleep, trying more ways to manage my stress. And how do I do that? Also by truly putting my faith in Jesus Christ and be like, look, take the wheel, Jesus, take the wheel, because I can't. It's stressing me out. And that's been the very stressful part of trying to let go of the wheel, because all my life I've been told to hold on to the wheel, hold on to the wheel. So, trying to let go of it this time truly is like the works of me. And I know that's kind of crazy because, like, just let go. And it's just like, it's insanely hard, and I think many people probably understand that. But yes, this journey is for me to grow to that. And then this video journey, even though I may cringe, because I cringe at a lot of things that I post, like Instagram and all that stuff. Like, I post some things and then I instantly delete it. um, and it's been like that. Like, it's crazy that I used to think how I used to post so much in my high school and college years, and then I think once I was in a certain group of women and all these things, okay, fine, sorority. Once I was in a sorority, I grew aware of what I was posting, and I started getting self-conscious, and I started thinking like, man, I shouldn't, like, I was thinking about other people. I was thinking about other people seeing me and being like, man, she posts so much. Well, look at this. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. Instead of just being myself. And that was good for a whole year. And now I'm doing the same thing as working in the news industry, and I have all these like verified reporters and anchors who have been everywhere in the world. And I'm now even more aware. I'm like, okay, I definitely don't want to post this. I definitely don't want to post this. This is childlike. And it's just like finding that balance of like being myself and also being professional, and also, navigating through everything. So this video is for my progression purposes only. And if it works out for other people, that's great. And if not, I don't care if I don't get a view. Like, I've been in this journey where I want to vlog, I want to be a streamer, I want to do all these things, but I'm so worried about the views. And at this point, I came to the acceptance that it's okay if I don't get a single view. It's okay if I live stream and I don't get a single person that goes into my live stream. Like, I'm truly okay with that. But I'm like, if I'm gonna play Dream My Valley and I want to stream, I might as well do that and just talk to myself, because that's what's fun. That's why you're playing these games. And if you want to do that, you have to practice. And if that means practicing by yourself, and you never know that one person will click on it and be like, this girl's funny, and then spreads the word, that's how things may start. I don't know yet. But this, for me, this specific video is just my journey. And getting a video sense of it and watching it later on and being like, look at this, look at your video skills, how they have improved. Because they will. This is why I'm like starting this, because I'm like, if you're gonna do it, start today. So here you are. Welcome. All right, and now you're gonna see a clip of me. I'm probably not gonna explain that part. Let's go. Okay, so here we are, my Bible study sesh, and I am at the birth of John the Baptist. So, when it came time for Elizabeth to have her baby, she gave birth to her son. Her neighbors and relatives heard that the Lord had shown her great mercy, and they shared her joy. On the 8th day, they came to circumcise. They came to circumcise the child, and they were going to name him after his father Zechariah. But his mother spoke up and said, "No, he is to be called John." They said to her, "There is no one among your relatives who has that name." Then they made signs to his father to find out what he would like to name the child. He said for a writing tablet, and to everyone's astonishment, he wrote, "His name is John." Immediately his mouth was open and his tongue set free, and he began to speak, praising God. All the neighbors were filled with awe, and throughout the hill country of Judea, people were talking about all these things. Everyone who heard this wondered about it, asking, "What then is this child going to be? For the Lord's hand was with him." Zechariah's song. His father Zechariah was filled with the Holy Spirit and prophesied, "Praise be to the Lord, the God of Israel, because he has come to his people and redeemed them. He has raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he has said through the holy prophets of long ago, salvation from our enemies and from the land of all who hate us, to show mercy to our ancestors and to remember his holy covenant, the oath he swore to our father Abraham, to rescue us from the hand of our enemies and to enable us to serve him without fear, in the holiness and righteousness before him all our days. And you, my child, will be called a prophet of the Most High, for you will go on before the Lord to prepare the way for him, to give his people the knowledge of salvation through the forgiveness of their sins, because their tender mercy of our God, by which the rising sun will come to us from heaven, to shine on those living in darkness and in the shadow of death, to guide our feet into the path of peace. And the child grew and became strong in the spirit, and he lived the wilderness until he appeared publicly to Israel. And now we're at the birth of Jesus, which we're going to save for tomorrow, because tomorrow is the 2nd of December. So I think that's what I'm going to be following, because today's December 1st, so I did the first chapter of Luke, and tomorrow, that's kind of when I'm going up to Christmas Day, or probably before, just because Christmas Day I'll be with my family. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at going forward for the calendar day of Luke. So yeah, that's my first part of my vlog. Mwah. Okay, so I'm here at this is technically like a meeting room, but I'm calling it my lunchroom because they closed off the other one that I used to use. So now here's my lunch. I got some chicken rice that my boyfriend made. Can't wait to eat it. And then I'm also going to be watching my live stream church that I'm waiting to go in person, but it's been hard to wake up at 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. to go do that. So I'm getting myself to also commit to going to a church that's kind of on the way to work. So that's going to be in the works very soon.
Quote, "But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the kings of the earth. Out of you will come a ruler, shepherd my people." Then Herod called the Magi secretly and found
work in the news industry, by the way. I'm currently a digital content producer, and on the weekends I'm a video coordinator, so I put everything that you see on television for news in my station, of course, not for everywhere. So yeah, technically I have to go back to work. I've been a while. I had my lunch and now I need to go back to my office so I could, you know, be seen and not be disappeared. So I will go back and finish my my service over there and have my cookies over there as well. So be right back. Okay, so we are back in a very slanted prop that I used from work. So this is my booth. This is where I do my video coordinating, and I work. You can't see it, but let me turn my device here. This is where I do all my editing stuff. You can see right now I'm about to submit in the last video that I need, which is our Proud to Serve, and we are proud to serve today Lehighton. So that's where I drive by all the time. Let me set her down here somewhere. Oh my goodness, that's such a mess. This is, yeah, that's why I'm like, it's either buy more props for my stuff or actually take my boyfriend's gift giving and get a nice camera for this job. Anywho, we're gonna put our Proud to Serve in. Look at this fancy little calendar. Isn't it so pretty? Boop. Yeah, so I'm putting my work in. It's 10 o'clock. Proud to Serve. And that's the last one, I think, for the 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock is good. And then the 11 o'clock is just waiting for most national stuff. That's what I usually drag and place. So that's a little bit about me. And this is my little wee work station. Beautiful, beautiful. And there's my stuff, my Bible, my iPad. And yeah, I'm going to be in about Wednesday. You can't see the day, but on Wednesday I should be making a year here. If you ask me in total how has it been, like, the news industry is pretty crazy, if I'll be honest, but working in the news industry has been an opportunity of a lifetime. I was supposed to be a dentist and it just didn't work out. I wasn't being able to focus on the courses that I was supposed to study. It was like about 5 for the DAT, which is equivalent to MCAT, and I just wasn't able to get through it. And once I realized that moment, I was like, okay, you gotta change your course. And then I realized, I was like, oh hey, look, I'm actually pretty good at writing. And so I decided to just switch my major and my minor. So I was a biology major, and then I was minoring in literature and creative professional writing. I had unfortunately had to let go of literature, even though I was like 1 class away from getting that minor. But I just couldn't stay another semester for a course. I didn't have the funds for that. I've seen people do it, but I just personally couldn't. But yeah, I decided to switch my major, my minor, and then I went and just finished out like the last 2 semesters of my professional writing courses, and then took on an internship, and I basically just begged and emailed certain people from Telemundo, and they were able to give me a job there. What like, it's a long crazy story, but I came a long way, and then I was hired there as basically the same thing that I did, kind of. I help with script writing. I helped with video editing, putting things up in the air, but that was a very small percentage of what I do now. I definitely don't write scripts like that anymore. Should I practice still? Yes. But other than that, that was kind of it. Then it was really hard because I wasn't being paid well for such a great company that makes tons of money and has all these things. But I later just kept, you know, it's in a circle, because I also find myself in the same position where I was just getting in a very awful mindset. I was bringing it home, and I'm still bringing it home. But yeah, it was just an ugly mindset. And I kept applying to jobs and then kept getting rejected. And then afterwards, I got rejected by this job too for the first time. And then later I applied again a few months later. And then I'm here. And it's now been almost a year in a few days, and which is crazy. It's also painful because a lot has happened to me indirectly. And it's still trying to heal from my past job and trying to heal from this job, and the people that you eventually work with, because yes, you see great personalities on screen, but then you'll see not so great personalities off screen. You'll see people that just work up the ladder and use you however they need to, because that's how they are. And it's just like, it's crazy to think that this is the entertainment industry. But it's not just this industry, it's everywhere. You gotta do what you gotta do to get up. If that means you gotta step on a hand to get up, they do. So it's like, try not to lose yourself in that. And that's been my biggest struggle, is trying not to lose myself, because I want to still be myself but not be taken advantage of. And I also don't want to be so hardened that I lose myself in the process. And yes, no one's gonna F with me, no one's gonna mess around with me, no one's going to be like, this girl's cool anymore, like, oh. But I'm being protected, but I'm also not the person who I used to be. So that has been a big battle. But now, you know, never mind that talk, we're not here for that. You can just, you know, just watch me work a bit, work some magic. Hunter Biden was convicted on federal gun charges and was due for sentencing December 12th, despite the White House saying last month that the president had no intention of pardoning his son. The announcement that he did came through evening. We will have more on the president's pardon of his son coming up in Newswatch 16 at 11 on WNEB. The best part about doing your job is when you get to see it. Where? Oh, I can't zoom in. I don't know what's going on with Apple nowadays. But when you get to see it on the television, it's amazing. It's awesome to see your work, that thing. So if I can say anything, is that just seeing your work on television is just like, especially on the web sometimes when I write my articles and I'm just like, I wrote that. I came up with that. My brain thought of that. And I did it together. I'm proud of that. So I'm pretty much done for the day. We're on a break, but I got to watch the first half of the show edits that I did, and it was really nice. It came out really good. My rehearsal anchor paid off. And yeah, now I'm just cleaning up for the next person that comes in here.